Peace to the family. We are officially live, and I'm here to talk to you all about the rumors pertaining to me as it relates to money and murder. All right, we got to talk about the murderous rumors and the money rumors, and why my inability to respond in haste or in real time, as some people may conceive. So before we get going, hold on, I want to make sure that we're live.
Yeah, I just got the notification.
You just got the notification?
Yeah.
Okay. That's great. I want to make sure I see it on my screen. See if it's coming up on your screen, because it ain't up on mine. It's still saying it's waiting.
It looks like it's up.
Looks like it's up.
Mm-hmm.
It's up. I got it.
All right, cool.
See it?
I don't know what's going on with mine.
Yeah, it's up, man.
You're live, brother. You're talking. I'm watching you now.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate that. I'm going. So what I'm going to do, the first thing I'm going to do, peace to the family out there. Peace to the family. That's what it is. My junk is froze over there. And, oh, thanks a lot. I see y'all. Y'all said I'm live. I got you. Sorry to take so long. I'm going to pull it up over here. But what I'm going to do is allow my brother Lawrence right here to speak his piece. You may recognize him from such films as Brother Polite, You Really Effed Up. Now, let me stop. That's not the name of the film. But, my brother Lawrence right here, my young brother at that, my brother Lawrence, Clinkscale, how you pronounce it?
Yeah, I just go by LC, but yeah, that's right.
Okay, so my brother right here, recently he had posted a video identifying some of the shortcomings and or the fallout between him and I as far as conducting some business, which I hold myself responsible for, and he also holds himself accountable for certain aspects of it. The most important part about the situation is not only did we come to terms and to an agreement to move forward, but I also want the community to allow us to heal, because what people did, people went out their way. Okay, people went out their way to propagate the video he posted. But how many of those people do you believe will propagate this video with resolution? Now, it was many people's belief that I took his money and I bounced and I ran away with it. And that's far from the situation that went on. I want my brother to describe where we are at right now in the conversation and how we have elected to move forward. Or I can give the other part of it. I'll follow your lead, my brother, while I put this thing going over here. But I want you to speak to the people, because this is a prime example of the way that we should do what we do. And in light of this situation, and really listening to my brother and him put me onto game too, because, you know, I could get taught some things too. And so he gave me some very good advice. And I also expressed to him some of my concerns in terms of the community, not necessarily him. And then having a real powerful conversation. Also a powerful conversation with Brother Lex, and we'll introduce him too. I decided I need to work even harder to respond to our community. But you'll understand how this whole thing unfolds. You'll understand it when we get to the conversation. But nonetheless, what I want y'all to do out there, this is what we're going to do. Anybody that has any pending issue, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's for a book. I don't care if we change administration, when we got the people that was taken from me vicariously through you, or vicariously through me taken from you, and we move those people out. I don't care. I got a great situation going on, and as far as my career and everything's going on, as far as outside of the conscious community. And one thing that my PR has told me is that, Brother Polite, you're moving a large volume of products, and what you need to start having is cash allocated or liquid allocated for problems. Whether you are right, whether you are wrong, whether people address the issues the way you like it or don't address the issues the way you like it, whether they do it or they don't, right or wrong, left, right, up or down. You gotta have money's allocated for problems and deal with things professionally. Do not ignore it in light of the fact that some people are just trying to take you down. Because, Brother Polite, everybody isn't wrong. Everybody can't be wrong, brother. And I accept that fact. Everybody can't be wrong. I know people's intentions a lot of times are very malicious. I don't see this brother as being malicious. But I have come to terms with my PR. And thanks to this brother right here, this young brother right here, and having such a positive conversation and outlook and perspective about bringing about a remedy amongst him and I, this is what we came up with. So I thank this brother for giving me much insight and a better outlook towards me connecting with my members of this conscious community, because I grow tired from the abuse. And I take on a certain mentality after being tore down X amount of times, that now that I got my situation over here, I kind of was neglecting situations over here, being in my right state of mind, that I'm tired of dealing with negative people constantly trolling me. But that's no excuse, because I still got great followers who have the taste, a bitter taste of neglect or not responding to issues that they may be innocent in their own right. So right now, I'm not sitting here today to tell you who's right or who's wrong. I'm telling you, email, so long as it's of substance, you're going to get a response. I'm going to respond to you no matter what. Email with your phone number if you have any problem or any discrepancies or any issues with me that come from the past or most recent, which I probably doubt. Anything pending, any crevice of negativity, action, neglect, or lack of communication thereof. I don't care if it's a book, if it's a DVD. I don't care if it's an online class. I want you all to please send me an email here. I'm going to deal with the situation, or I'm going to have my people on top of it, and we're going to get it out the way. Because I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing 2 reality shows right now, one of which is actually pending, and we already started shooting. I'm also in a film. And needless to say, without saying too much, because I know people are going to take it and create Illuminati stories around it, the fact of the matter is I got a nice little bag coming to me, and I want to allocate some of the monies from there to resolve any kind of issue that may exist that I may not be aware of, or I may have neglected, failing to just pay attention to what's going on with my own business. This is the best that I can offer to the people out there, and I'm going to be very sincere and diligent in my response to any and everyone. I don't care what the issue is. And again, I thank my brother Lawrence here, because for me to have a situation with him, for him to have done a video, and he knows my mentality. He told me he was going to do something, and I just was like, man, do it that way, and we'll discuss that. And I was like, man, he knows. I didn't give a damn. I know he was like, Brother Polite really didn't care. You know, but it's not that I didn't care about him. It's that I go through so much people trying to use the video as the sword that I become numb and immune to it. Therefore, the second I hear it, the stigma from dealing with that, I totally neglected whatever the brother wanted to talk to me about because of the stigma. And I realized we can't move like that no more. So my brother, I just want to say some of my piece without speaking on your behalf at all. I want you to let them know, in short, where we had conflict and we move forward. But again, I thank you first and foremost for being a sensible young brother and finding resolution with us, because at no point did you or I ever disagree or have a belligerent disposition against each other. And that is important to communication and healing and resolution. So again, I put this brother up here because he he had a video up there past a week or so, however long it was up there. And of course, people took it and they're doing what they can and they adding a narrative to it and all that, none of which what this brother was talking about. But he's here. And I hope you people that love to spread the negativity do the same thing with this positive show. Go ahead, my brother.
Cool. Thank you. So can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, just to kind of recap, we had a financial contract agreement that we made early in January, and the way that it played out, some things were missed as far as the deadline on Polight's end, and some communication things were missed. So on my end, You know, I didn't know how to interpret that, but what I did was I was trying to reach out to him. I couldn't get in touch with him a number of different times, and all of that was covered in the video, which I took down because we came to a solution now. But so we went through that whole process. The deadline was missed. I made the video to talk about it, and then we just had a conversation today about like clearing up some things. So what he did, what I acknowledged that he did on his end was just say that, you know, he apologized for missing the deadline on the money thing, and also the returns weren't correct on my end. But I also acknowledged that some of my wording may have been misconstrued between the two of us because we weren't communicating. He did share some like sensitive about some other things that took priority, which is why he missed those deadlines, which I acknowledge based on the information that he shared with me. Made sense. There are other priorities that we have to deal with in our media, and being so like a public figure, having all these people pull you in different directions. These things happen, which I kind of acknowledged in an earlier email, that maybe this because of other things you were dealing with. So what we did talk about that I can share today is I was telling him that, you know, he might want to pull back on some of the things because he might have too much on his plate, which he acknowledged that he's like going through the process now of. So I mean, to summarize, I mean, we basically came to an understanding. I felt that all the
let me explain to you that too. Part of the resolution that I came up with is that right now you'll see the products back up for official sale tomorrow, or even later tonight. But you can email if you're interested in something, and you'll be back up and running tomorrow. But part of what I'm doing is giving more detailed descriptions of the products, so people don't have reservations about the products themselves. I want them to have more of a reference point. So I'm giving more elaborate and detailed descriptions. This doesn't necessarily attest to any issue I have with my brother here, but this would definitely help remedy some of the issue. So when people get certain services, they can say, you know what, I understand the nature and the extent of these services, because sometimes my lifestyle is a distraction for some patrons. So they may see me in a brand new car and say to themselves, he bought that car with my money. Some people feel like that. And some people feel like, well, when I get this one service done, it's going to come with a brand new car and several wives. Now, I am being a bit facetious. I'm being a bit facetious because I don't want it to be too intense. But ultimately, what I'm doing is creating a more in-depth product outline so people can grasp what's taking place, to get rid of some of the nuances. So that way, some things that they want to ask me in the interim of the purchase, they can know the second they make the purchase. So that way they don't feel away and say, man, hold on, I didn't know this. I thought this would take this long. How come it's taking that long? You know, because there's investment, there's expenditures, and expenditures are a little more long-term. So that's part of the remedy. But go ahead, my brother. I just wanted to insert that so I don't forget. And then another thing is, of course, I owe my brother nothing. My brother Lawrence that's on here. The money part already been semi-resolved, and the reason why we say that is for all the reasons he said. Timing was an issue on my end. The verbiage that he used as far as refund was an issue on his end. And so we wound up in a state of conflict, but that could be resolved with better wording on my behalf or better preparedness. So I'm still going to take full responsibility for it, though I appreciate my brother for accounting for the part that he plays a role in. But it's really my responsibility to make sure you don't have to account for the role that you play to a major extent. That's how I feel about the situation. So I'm taking full responsibility. And one of the things that I'm going to do for the record is I'm going to invest some monies into fundraiser or donation of his choice. You feel me? So he's going to let us know where he wants me to donate the monies, and I'm going to donate the monies over there. These are some monies that I'm just going to donate over there. The brother got his refund. However, the terms, conditions, and the circumstances that surround our scenario created conflict because we was on 2 different pages. Mine's with timing, his with the verbiage of refund. We got over that situation. But what we are doing, separate and different from those monies, that's absolutely good with that, is that I'm going to refund, I'm going to contribute or donate monies towards a cause of its own, and then we should officially be able to move forward. And I'm also going to continue to mentor my brother straight into the direction of what he's looking for to get accomplished. So it's a win-win-win-win, because we didn't meet each other with contention, and we're not going to separate with contention. We're going to keep the brotherhood afloat. So I'm going to donate towards a community of his choice, and I'm going to continue on with the mentorship directly and exclusively to my brother till I meet his satisfaction, or he has gained so much insight, he can really say, man, I really appreciate that. That's what I'm looking for from my brother. I want him to really say, you know what? I've been training with my brother and shit. I got to do a video and say, man, he really know his stuff. Because I'm incredibly too intelligent to try to hoodwink the brother, because I actually know the information. And people that follow my information and follow suit, void of me, void of patronizing me, they always come back and say, man, brother, you saved me from a lot of hell. You saved me a lot of money, brother. I made this much bread. So the information is not a problem. The information is there. But I'm going to make a more concerted effort to tighten up. And that's why I'm telling everybody, email me at communication is key. Communication is key 45@gmail.com. Those are words and those are numbers. Communication is key 45@gmail.com. If you have any issue, I don't care if it goes back 2 years, I'm going to make a concerted effort to see how we are going to amicably resolve the issue. Whether you say, man, Polite, I just want the product, man, Polite, I just want the service, man, Polite, I need the bread. If there's an issue out there, I want to solve it, because for one, I'm being put in a real good position to solve any monetary problem for the most part. I don't say any monetary problem, but I don't got the type of problems that I can't solve monetarily. So I want to be able to solve it if it's pending, and I don't give a damn who's right or wrong. This is just what you do at this level to make sure I don't have this thing pending, because we understand that there's people out there lurking, and if they can catch any slip, any crevice, or any crack, they jump on it, exploit it, and misrepresent and misinterpret the agenda or the plan that we have at hand. I hope this works out for the people. This is, we can make it evolve and contribute more ideas to it, but this is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to set fault for anything that's gone wrong. I don't have no people I'm going to point at. I'm going to take full responsibility for any shortcoming. And you'll see, I'll deliver in real time. I'll connect with people in real time. So long as it's of substance, so you got order ID numbers or something, you know, no nigga stuff. I ain't got no time to be yelling, arguing. I'll do my best to communicate with you directly as well. But if I have a representative, please respect the representative. We're going to find resolve. Please respect the representative, because I may not be able to communicate with everybody at one time. That may make me broke, and then we'll be the square one where I can't help you. So I got to continue to also live my life. But go ahead, brother. I don't want to take away from your light. I want to say my tribute as well. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I also wanted to point out the importance of, like, when you have this conflict, like how to go about it in a more or a respectful way. So we did have a conflict with the contract and all that stuff, and that got resolved. But the way that I went about it was to just stick to the issue at hand. And when I made that video, I started off with, like, this isn't going to be any slander. I'm not going to implicate anybody else. This is a issue between me and Polite that I'm just going to put out publicly. But what I did was I just stuck to the issues at hand instead of adding things or other things that I don't know or in my blind spot. Like, all right, so we have this situation, and this issue was about missing appointments and timing and all that stuff. So it wouldn't be correct on my part to assume that this is a habit or this is something that happens all the time, because I don't know that. So I only stuck to the things that I knew of.
That's right.
On his end, so we was able to, you know, because if I would have went far as and I would have stretched the truth or slandered in something that I didn't know about, and on his end he didn't do that, then that would have created more conflict and more problems. So what I did was I stuck to the things that I knew about in my experience with him. previous to this deal that we had, you know, everything was good. You know, I had a good impression just following them and all that kind of stuff. So he reached out to me. That first conversation, we had good dialogue. So that's why I made the decision to do it. We ended up having the issue, but being that I stuck to just the issue instead of talking about something I don't know about, or adding someone else in there that ain't got nothing to do with the issue at hand, like we were able to resolve it like a lot more smoothly. So when we talked earlier today, you know, it was just everything was respectful. You know what I'm saying? We still were disagreed, we didn't resolve the issue, but we were able to talk it through because we just kept the level of respect up. So I just want to say that, like, when there are issues, like maybe somebody else may have an issue with Polite or with someone else, like just make sure you stick to the issue and don't embellish or slander or do other things, or, you know, stretch the truth. Like, just stick to the actual issue at hand. So I think that's important to say. But I mean, that's how we got to the resolution that we come up with. I'm satisfied on my end. He's cool on his end. He's gonna help.
They may hear us and say, man, these guys sound a little shaky or a little tentative. And I want to explain that on both our sides, because we want to respect each other so much. I want to make sure I don't misrepresent his view. He want to make sure he don't misrepresent my view. And we don't want people trying to take our situation and make it negative and widespread. We looking to say exactly what we can say so people don't mangle or contort our words to their better advantage. So if you hear him sounding a little tentative or me sounding a little reluctant, and we doing a lot of thinking to communicate, that's because this is what we got to come down to as black men. Because there's some worthless black men out there that even now in this conversation, I guarantee you, they're going to take this and they're going to go, yo, take that part right there. There we go. Aha, we got him. But that doesn't matter. So long as we come up with this resolve, I want to make our interaction a flagship for remedy on behalf of the community. Because what people normally do after this, my brother, they then drag my wives and children involved. They throw them in. Yeah, and I know they down with it too. And yo, you see, this is crazy. They're crazy. Down with what, first of all? And as women know, and you know, and I want to tell anybody, I'm like, yo, this is interesting. But that's part of the reason why I became callous to things that people say, because it goes pretty far. So, Brother Lawrence, before we get moving forward, you know what I'm saying? We're going to keep you on. I just want to move to my brother over here.
Wait, I did want to plug the fundraiser that I'm.
Okay, go ahead, my brother. But you're not off. I want you to stay on, and I want you to contribute to the dialogue. You feel me? But go ahead.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things Polite offered to do, like for us to resolve or whatever, but I am doing an individual fundraiser because I've a group, an organization in the community that does great community work. Their name is New Era Chicago, and I'm doing a fundraiser called Black Dollars Challenge. So that's on Instagram at Black Dollars Challenge. You can follow me there, Black Dollars with an S Challenge, and then you can see how you can donate to New Era Chicago. I am not actually a member of New Era Chicago. I'm just interested in empowering the Black community wherever they are. So I live in DC. They live in Chicago. I reached out to them. I've been following them just like I've been following Polite, and I like to big up people that are doing good work in the Black community. So New Era Chicago, you can also look them up and then find out how to donate if you just go to their social media or their website. But you can also follow me at Black Dollars Challenge and then see the link there, because I have links posted everywhere. So you could donate to help their cause, because they do a lot of work in the community. They do community cleanups. They do cash mobs. They go on the weekends and at Black organizations and businesses. They do like community security, where they go and then they just meet people in the community to reduce the amount of violence. So there's a lot of good stuff. So I wanted to make sure that that I promote them as well, because that's something that I'm doing personally, and I want to promote them. And then Polite is also going to make a donation to help them
Oh, no doubt. And also, I work with those brothers, New Era Detroit and New Era Chicago. So it's already love. So that's part of it. It's a mutually beneficial scenario because we had boots on the ground in Ohio. You feel me?
Right.
In many instances, I was able to lead the charge by the right and by proxy of the elders that allowed me to do it. You know, Cornell West and attorney Malik Zul Shabazz, a real profound brother who actually has me speaking at an upcoming event. A unity meeting. I don't want to misrepresent the theme, but it's unity, and it's going to take place in Washington, D.C. in the next month or two to come. So he just called me the other day and was like, he wanted me there. So yeah, shout out to New Era, Chicago and Detroit, because they got boots on the ground, a bunch of young brothers and sisters putting it in. And I want to communicate with them on another day too about strategy. So I seen a video that had me torn, and I believe they can employ even additional strategies to better be able to protect the sisters that get involved with the liberation movement when it gets out of control, police. But we definitely did work together. There's a lot of love there. I rock with them, and we definitely have their support out there in Ohio with the New Covenant community. So we have an alliance there. Those are my people, so I'm really excited. I'm really excited to help them out, man. So yeah, they got my full support. Thanks to Lawrence, they'll get even additional support, and we're gonna make it work, man. And I thank Lawrence for still being an avid listener and protector of the information through demonstration of his character as a young man. I stress that he's a young man because the way he carries himself in the matter is very mature compared to what we see these days. You know, so green screen David Banner. Where's the green? Okay, at least the background looks a little green, so that's cool. The bricks look a little green. Hey, well, you know, damn, Damu, you got all that red on, Damu. You back in BX?
Nah. I'm still in Detroit.
Your blood family.
Hey, no comment. I'm just watching the game in my living room. That's why I'm not in the back. I normally be with the green screen, but after last night's bullshit, I'm not sure what's going on right now. I'm not sure if Golden State trying to throw this shit or what now. So it might be crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna sports conscious right after this. Hey, what up, Lope? Yeah, what up, girl? What up? Yeah, we looking at you, Judy. What's up? Jew.
Yo, what's good? You hear me?
Yeah, what up, bro?
What's good? I know you talking to me. What it is?
Yeah, you already know, man. Hooper gang, man. Love you brothers out there for feeding the homeless vegan food. You really represent it for the Hoopers, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, my G. Yeah, man. Whipped up the vegan food and gave it to the homeless, man, for our vegan revolution program. So I love you for that, man. I love you a whole lot. You gang banging on poverty, not each other. So I love you for that. And I know my brothers out there in Trenton, when we had that unity meeting with the Bloods and the Crips out there, the most prominent part of that meeting was when they said, we don't color bang. We family over here. That was powerful. So I want to salute my brothers from Trenton, New Jersey for showing the love and allowing me to participate in that unity and appreciate and accept me as a leader. I appreciate you because I'm young and it's hard sometimes for people to appreciate me as a leader because of my youth. You feel me? So a lot of y'all brothers older than me, and it makes sense for me, and it may not make sense to others, but y'all definitely are maturing quite a bit, and then to evolve and take that unity to the streets and feed the homeless in your community vegan food. I salute you, Jug Bush. You know what I'm saying? I salute you. So, you know, let the Hoover gang and the rest of the homies know what it is. The Lopes, everybody out there, let them know that the love is there. I definitely give them the shout out they do and they deserve. So I had to side note that because I appreciate your efforts, man. And I don't want it to go undermined. I got to let the people know Trenton, New Jersey is stepping it up and they're bringing unity and vegan food to the streets and in light of the unity. Special right there. It's a good brother, man. My man Jude, my man Artun. We here. So, Lex Vortex.
Let's go.
We got my brother Lex Vortex. Now, here's another part of the healing, family, because it was said that I murdered my daughter. For the sake of making money in Hollywood by my brother here, or I sacrificed my daughter for the sake of benefiting in Hollywood. So before I get to that point, I just want to say this to my brother loud and clear. Because he did apologize for it too, but I never communicated with him. I kept my space. I'm like, I ain't dealing with dude. But I want to say this. We were put on the phone one time. I didn't anticipate him being on the phone. My man was like, yo, you know who I got on the phone? Naturally, y'all smiling because y'all know. He said, yo, like, what's up, man? I said, yo, what's up, baby? How you doing, kid? You good? Yo, guess who I got on the phone right now? And I said, who? So the second he told me about this brother, I already was going. I was in blitz mode. I wasn't even thinking remedy. I wasn't thinking solution. I was talking reckless. I was in gold mode. I'm trying to find him. I'm like, yo, where can we meet? I'm going crazy. And that is not me. That's not the man that I am. And I damn sure don't want to be into that situation because I don't want to be separated from my family. So the dust cloud is gone. And what I'm going to say to this man, first and foremost, before he even talk, is my brother, I apologize for talking to you like that, one man to another. I don't give a hell what the circumstance is, what you may have said or what you may have done. If I profess to be a man of consciousness, I first got to exercise my divine right of intellect and try to find out first, if you allow me, where we went wrong. Now, we don't have to discuss where we went wrong though today, because I'm good. We can always do that in private if need be. I just want to tell you that I apologize for talking to you in a belligerent fashion and in a condescending manner, because I should have first exercised my right to see if we could find remedy. And I was caught a little off guard. So I hope you appreciate my apology. You feel me? And so I hope you appreciate my apology. Because like I said, I was going off, seen some videos, heard some things, and I just was like, yo, I'm in go mode. And this comes with maturity, learning how to respond to adversity. And a big part of being a man is not the alpha male aggression. It is the alpha male humility. That's right. You can be an alpha male when it comes to humility, because the war within yourself is a whole lot harder than the war outside of yourself. To be able to compose yourself, maintain calm and poise at the heat of adversity says a lot about your manhood. And in fact, it's even a bit effeminate if you don't allow opportunity for remedy to transpire before you engage in a physical act of war. I'll even say that. You feel me? So I apologize for not being myself and misrepresenting what I am as a person. Despite anything that you may have said or done, I first have to exercise extreme caution in wake of the fact that I may have actually done something, or I may need to understand where you're coming from, whether I agree with it or not. As black men, I'm saying this to the black men that's listening, as black men, we have to take more time out, because we being eliminated left and right. We got to find a way to not eliminate each other in the process of people eliminating us, no matter what the issue is. So I'm letting the world know I don't have no problem with my brother. I wanted this show to be about healing. I know people like scandal and all sorts of shit. Fine. But I want people to know I'm taking a turn for even better. And I'm going to tell y'all this. I know Pharaoh's still talking about me. You feel me? I feel betrayed by certain people in this community. But it's all right. We all feel betrayed by each other. It's part of the healing process. So I'm going to tell you this. I forgive those brothers, even as they speak and say what they say. And it's not for them to say, I forgive you back. I'm moving forward. Yeah, they talked about my wives. They talk about my children. I'm good. You know why? Because that stress impedes on my ability to create, which generates the revenue that helps me become a master of my own destiny, that empowers me, my family, and potentially my community. I just had a meeting yesterday with a very powerful brother who has land in Ecuador, and we was talking about creating free opportunities for our people to come to Ecuador and get healing done. This brother's name is Yada. We had a very, very good conversation. This brother is from the streets. Intense. I know he's from the streets. He ain't talked to me about it, but I know he's from the streets. You know, I mean, we could look at his tattoos to denote it, or we could sense it from the brother. But nonetheless, you know, the brother has a very big heart, and I want to give him a shout out Now I have to give him a shout out. I have to, bro. I have to. I ain't gonna say who I'm talking to, but I gotta give him a shout out. I gotta give him a shout out because he's a very good person. And I'm impressed by him because he comes from the hood and he hasn't let the hood turn him into a man in his prosperity against his people. He still has intention to heal his people. And that I respect him for. That no amount of bad that man has done, or no amount of bad that people have done to him, do he not have space in his heart to still support his people. So off the strength of that and the merit of that action, I have to give him a big shout out, my brother Yada. Give him a big shout out because, hey, we talking about the opportunity for major healing being done for the community. And he's part of the plan. Why not? He's part of the plan. So I'll move forward from that. Now, Brother Lex, it has been said by you, and you can recoin it if I took anything out of context, but ultimately, you made it clear that I murdered my daughter for the purposes of following through with my Hollywood career. I want you to talk to the people about that so we can move forward. Where the hell you get this idea from?
Hold on. You on here? He's in here?
Yeah, the brother here. Let's let him build first, my brother. And we all can interact with each other, you feel me? Well, I just want to say, in regards to my brother Lex, saying that I murdered my daughter or I sacrificed my daughter to benefit in my Hollywood career or in light of my Hollywood success, I want him to speak to where he got the idea from, or what was going on. And you don't have to talk about it long because I want to move forward. I'm in a healthy state of mind, and I just want to hear you in your embrace, so we can move forward and we can do the teaching and keep you on here to teach. Right. Go ahead, my brother.
First of all, peace, baby.
Peace to the fam.
The vortex, Mike. And we just, first of all, I want to give all praise to the Father of Creative Universe in the name of Jesus Christ. Yeah. And
come on, Lex, don't start no trouble, brother. Let's try to fix this situation first.
Yeah.
Come on, brother. Come on. I just want to let us heal first before we start begging. Now, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry. That's me. I'm sorry. This is the type of shit that make us probably beat. I got to go to Michael Edwards after this. But go ahead, brother. I don't want to create another Michael Edwards.
Yeah. So, all praise to Jesus. But here, the matter is this. First of all, I did apologize to you for saying that, and I will apologize to you live right now for saying that. I apologize to you, but then when I apologize to you personally on the phone, I think the situation is a little bit more complicated than that. Well, not complicated, but of course, at the time we had some issues going. But the original idea actually came from the ex-member of the Armor Raw Squad. Because they seen that the Armor Raw Squad was not what they thought. The Armor Raw Squad, and this person had, I guess, an epiphany, and they, I guess, in some way found God or whatever, and they went on another show about their experiences with the Armor Raw Squad and how demonic they thought they were. And then they brought you up in the conversation, and the person suggested that there was a missing baby. And you all, since you're into, African traditional type religions, and people associate that with voodoo and black magic and Illuminati and all that, the person was suggesting, why haven't we seen Polite's baby from the pregnant wife that he had before? No one has seen it. But before I made that statement, we had that conversation on the phone, things to me that I don't even want to repeat, saying on camera. let's just say it was the ultimate threat behind it. All right. When you had went on Breakfast Club, and a lot of people didn't like that and got jealous, a certain brother said it again. Ahmed and made the statement how came from the ex-Armor Ra Squad member, and then Ali Muhammad had said something to you about giving birth at home and, you know, missing baby thing. So obviously we had our thing with that other dude and this and that. So I made the video and made a suggestion that, yeah, maybe it could be true. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I made it like a fact. Like I said, you actually did it. I think I suggested that it could be true. So that was a totally different state of mind. When people are going at each other, they can say some harsh things, but that, you know what I'm saying, that is something out of line involving someone's children. You shouldn't. But I felt like at the time, from what you had said to me, that there was really nothing that couldn't be said anyway. Like, you say certain things to someone, just whatever, obviously it's, no holds barred. So the real situation is, I think that, retribution, reconciliation is the name of the game. Ensure that our hearts are pure, are really in true alignment with our words, social reasons, but our hearts are really there. So everyone knows that, I consider myself a born again Christian, Holy Spirit. So it's nothing for me to love you and accept the moves you're making to reconcile yourself with the people. As long as the heart is pure, you know what I'm saying? So, and I think that what's been going on in the so-called conscious community says a lot to the ideologies and the philosophies and the godlessness of it, and the fallacy of racism and this black-white thing, with black people putting their ills and their problems on white people. Because when we look at what's going on with you and with other people in the conscious community, we can clearly see that there is no other hands of races involved. You all, with all your knowledge, with all the knowledge of black history, with all the great leaders, with all these things going on, the only people that are destroying each other on YouTube, and even some people have took it outside of YouTube, is people who look like each other by their fruits. Now, according to how I feel, of course, we're not here to talk that, but I think you all are in the creator through the Messiah. But that's a whole nother conversation. But, I got to say, I commend you if you taking the steps to correct some of the things that's happening or some of the accusations. And what's really important is if people will let you even reconcile what's going on, because it's one thing to complain about something that will show evil. If a person wants to make a change and reconcile and other people don't even let them, then that will say a lot about those people. You know what I'm saying? According to my beliefs, forgiveness is something for self. All right. A lot of people, like, for instance, a big problem with the conscious community is they teach, like you was talking about earlier, that certain things are weak. This type of stuff, like, that's not tough or that's not gangster, whatever. But it takes more of a brave heart to forgive and to humble yourself and be the one that someone may call a punk or whatever. So, unforgiveness is the leading cause of cancer spiritually. So, it's all right to make retribution as long as it's true and in the heart. So I hope this thing follows through. You know what I'm saying? In terms of what we had, it's nothing. I'm not even the same person I was then. You don't be the same person you are. And if you're true to what you're saying, then that's fine with me. I love you as a brother, you know what I'm saying, with the love of God. And I hope you continue to grow, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it seems like that you're to some neglect in terms of dealing with the situation.
Well, I'll tell you this, brother. As a professional, or to become more professional, I'm not going to take the time out to chastise anybody. I want the people who are honest, sincere in their intention to just respond to the calling. And I hope they hearken to it. It is not my place to discern amongst who's making what up, who's negative, who's hating. I just want to get to the business at hand, and the business at hand suggests to me to create an outlet for people to communicate with me and let them know that I am open to resolve any issues pending, whether I created it, someone on my behalf. If it's neglected by default, I neglected it. If this is my company, if this is my brand, anything that goes wrong is my fault. And I just got to embrace and accept that and move forward. So that's the way I want to do what I do. You know, that's the focal point. The focal point is to give them that email. Please send your name and your number and your claim, if there's any. If there's love and brother, I want you to mentor, go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. I want to consecrate this email for anybody that feels slighted, undermined, neglected, or lacking in communication, whatever the case may be. I want to provide remedy to any issue that exists. So that is communication is key. 45, those numbers at gmail.com. Communication is key. 45@gmail.com. Again, communication is key. 45@gmail.com. Put your full name and leave your phone number. And trust me, we're going to get it in because, like I said, I have a nice size bag coming through per my next payments for the work that I do. And as it's been taught to me through my PR, I have to start now having funds to the side to deal with issues because I have a larger situation than most people. I do get a lot of orders. I do get a lot of people that contribute and patronize. And in there, you know, like I talked with Inky earlier, if 5% of the people that supported me or patronized me had an issue, we may say, well, 5% is kind of high, but it's still low because out of 100 people, that 5% of 100 gives us 5 people. But what happens when that 100 turns into 1,000 supporters and those 5 people turn into 50 people, or 1,000 becomes 10,000 supporters, and that 5% becomes 500 people? Then 5% can't be the bar for problems as you grow exponentially. And one of the biggest problems with entrepreneurship is when the dream actually comes to pass, called success. The hardest thing I've ever had to make accommodations for was success. Because finding the help in the interim of you actually succeeding is an issue. And being able to respond to the influx when you succeed can also be an issue. So it's not incumbent that I turn around and make excuses for people and say, man, I'm telling you, this person lying, that person lying, everybody can't be lying. So I'm just going to address the remedy and deal with that. What I would like to impart on people is this. When, whether you believe it or not, we talk about the government. We talk about government issues and the government participating and infiltrating our communities. If you do some study on Marcus Garvey, you'll find that Marcus Garvey attempted suicide not once, but twice. And when you do the study, you realize that his people was calling him a scam artist. His people was accusing him of fraud. And when his people turned on him, he turned against himself. He was overwhelmed. This is true. Study Marcus Garvey. They don't tell that part of the story. Even though the government sabotaged his business, Freedom of Information Act, you can look it up. They sabotaged his Black Star Line shit. They sabotaged his independent publication, misappropriated funds, put people in there to misappropriate his funds. Marcus Garvey was going to kill himself. Overwhelmed at the fact that his people were saying that he was scamming. And so seeing Malcolm X murdered at the hands of a black man, understanding that the hands of a black man is responsible for killing Dr. King, whatever he may feel to y'all, I promise my family that one, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna have these people have my nerves so rattled that I want to kill myself, cry, depressed, and be overwhelmed from things that I see that I know are very weird and suspect at the very least. And I also said, we shooting back. So when people get mad, why you got all that security and why you got a vest on and all that? I just look at them like, if you have a problem with that and you know Black history, we keeping an eye on you. So for me, I always pride myself in saying, man, they can come for me, but it just got to be different. So no, you're not going to use no woman and I'm going to make a baby with her and she's going to tear me down. Sorry, I'm going to stay way more disciplined than that. I'm not going to allow somebody to shoot me and my people don't shoot back. This is extreme protocol. This is why when you join New Covenant, we have opportunities for people to get weapons and arms training. Because I'm not going to play games and just have little online signups where people can join and infiltrate. I'm going to make sure that if there's a get your hands out my pocket, you may get me. And hopefully I survive. But damn it, we taking you down too. It's the least I can promise my family because I'm addicted to this. Because every time I try to leave it alone, I'm back here. I'm addicted to this community. I love it. I love it. It don't make me nowhere near remotely close to money that I can make now. But I'm still addicted to it nonetheless because I love teaching. It's in my spirit. So what happens is Michael Edwards there?
Oh yeah, I'm here, brother. I'm just walking, moving around the house.
Yeah, I need you real quick. So,
okay.
The type of things I go through, I have people call me and trying to bribe me, telling me if I don't give them this, that, or the third, they're going to do a video. So that's why when my brother gave me an ultimatum, as far as the video is concerned, I totally shut down. I blacked out. I'm so stigmatized by people trying to bribe me. If you don't do this, watch me. I'm going to destroy you. I'm going to do this video. That, or people tell me, you know what? It's not fair that you're making all that money and you're not giving back to your people. Give me this, that, or the other. Otherwise, I'm going to launch a video against you. Now, this is the story of my life. This is what I go through. So guess what? I become callous after a while. Now I don't give a damn if anyone say or do anything because I can't make them apart from people that's sincere or people that are acting in malice, hatred, or even hired to do this type of stuff. So I become totally desensitized to the concept of doing video on me. Yeah, I don't even feel it. I don't feel the necessity to have to respond. I just live my life. And in doing so, some people say, man, a lack of response is an admission of guilt. Brother Polite, you gotta respond. While others of my supporters say, man, stop even responding to them. Y'all read this chat early on. Most of the people in this chat was like, brother, we don't need this. Just teach. We rock with you, bro. We rock it. We know what it is. But I'm like, for those who are sincere and kind of caught, this is an important video. It's an important video to show Black men how to heal amongst each other. It's an important video to consider what it means to be accountable for that which you do and don't do, and neither have to represent or make a distinction amongst them all, but just hold yourself accountable. That's what this is about. So, Brother Mike, you had an interesting experience with me a couple weeks ago because one of the people that was trying to extort me, I put him on the phone. I put Mike on the phone to hear a brother really try to just straight up and down, no reason whatsoever, try to get me and say if I don't do his bidding, he's gonna do a video. Right or wrong, my brother Mike?
Absolutely right. And I mean, it was so sickening to me because number one, I had never heard that kind of thing. Can y'all hear me clearly? Y'all brothers can hear me good?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had never, and I'm telling you, man, I grew up in some serious ghetto, and I never heard an extortion attempt. And I've done some terrible shit. We all have. But this brother here was so bold to call this man and to not only extort the brother after he got his refund, right? Got a refund. If you go to Walmart, where Negroes love to go, you buy a t-shirt, you don't like it, you take it back with your receipt, you get your money.
And yo, Mike, let me say this. Let me say this, because I don't want no one to confuse the brother at no point with my brother here. I was telling my brother I have situations where people do reckless stuff. My brother Lawrence. I was explaining to him, brother, you'd be surprised what kind of people come my way. Coming up with all sorts of schemes to try to get me into giving them something. You feel what I'm saying? The more successful I get, the more interesting these attacks become. So therefore, when I had an issue with my brother here, once he mentioned video, I was already numb. Like I actually said, man, I don't give a fuck about no goddamn video. You know, and I apologize for using that vulgarity. That was the only time I used vulgarity, when I spoke with the brother. And I explained to him, brother, I deal with so much levels of problems pertaining to money, with people trying to get monies from me, that is a lot. I mean, I have the type of issues that I can't even get law enforcement involved in. That's how deep this stuff gets. Situations I don't create, that if it exists within other members of my family, I have to take on. And I can't deal with it in a way where I could ask the community to support me or anything else. It's on my back to deal with my family and protect my family without going into too much depth. I got stuff I got to deal with. People don't have a clue. So to keep my sanity, I make sure I don't even respond to a lot of those things, because I don't want to go crazy. Because what I got to deal with in my personal life as it relates to my family members, I can't take a risk of connecting too much with people who are trying to hinder my ability to take care of my family, especially considering I got different types of problems that people don't have because they're not in the tax bracket I'm in. I got different types of issues, different types of worries, different types of concerns. And so me getting too involved with a video going against me, it's like asking me to get ready to throw my life away. So I don't get involved. I don't even watch or listen to these things. People have to tell me, and I just take it for what they say, and I live my life. And I realize, you know, I got to find some kind of medium between responding to things or connecting with people, and not to totally disassociate myself from the situation. Now, this is what I do to keep peace, because a lot of these people, they may think they know what they're made of. But a lot of us before a fight, we got to kind of juice ourselves up, might have to talk crazy and get ourselves amped up. But like my brother Jude right here, you feel me? When a situation occurs, and I'm not trying to blow up his spot in no negative way, but this also attests to me. There's certain situations that people got to wonder. I wonder what I would do in that situation. I wonder if I would bust my gun. I wonder if I would do certain harm. Some people got to wonder if they would go there because they never officially did that in their life. Then there's others of us, we don't got to wonder. And we also aware of the consequence. We've been behind the wall. You understand it from the side where you get caught and the side you get away with it and the side where you actually just do the unthinkable. So people like my brother right here, Jude, he's at a point where he exercises extreme caution to stay out of trouble because he already knows what he would do while other people are contemplating if they would go there. He already knows the consequences from being locked up after getting caught for doing what he has to do or going there. So for me, I made a promise to my wife the last time I was locked up in Rikers Island, when my daughter hugged me for the first time, my Hotep Atumbre, that I will exercise extreme caution before I make a decision that will separate me from my family. And so part of that thought process is to remove myself from antagonistic videos and thoughts, because I'm wired differently and I can only take but so much. So I actually remove myself from it. People say, yo, this person just said this person said that. I go, okay. And they're like, man, how you deal with that? I have to. I made a promise to my wife. I made a promise to my children. I made a promise to all my other wives. When people said, why you don't show your newborn girl? Because my wife asks that my daughter, at least one child in this family, be protected from the wicked people of the conscious community. This is what she said. My wife don't even rock with consciousness no more, that particular wife. She support me, but as far as the community is concerned, she like, yo, if it's against you, there's a campaign, hold on. But when they're attacking the family, no one got the heart to do the same videos and say, this gotta stop. So it makes us callous. And people always wanna attack me. This is what my wife says. She said, Polite, I'm begging you. Don't put no pictures up of our daughter. Polite, don't share no information about our daughter. Let this be one child that they leave alone. And you know what hurts? I come 3 years after that child is born, only to realize she was absolutely right. I didn't like it, but Black woman is God. I respect her viewpoint. I follow her. But here we are 3 years later, and who they go after? That's not your real daughter. Your daughter did this, that, and the third. Other brothers bringing up sexual ideas when it comes to my 10-year-old. You see, this is what my wife was talking about. So, but guess what? When we don't show baby girl, she still became the subject matter, and people was like, you know, I sacrificed my daughter. That's not a shot at you, Lex. We moved on. And like you said, the idea didn't originate from you. So when that becomes conversation, my wife is like, you know what? We didn't put no images up of my daughter. I had a few that's up of my baby girl, 3 years old. You know, when she was born, I was excited, and that's when my wife said, man, no more pictures, man. Because they just going to drag our daughter in with the chaos. And you don't know the pain that I had, because I can't share an image of my daughter like regular proud Black men. I can't share an image of someone who has my eyes, my nose, and my lips. Because my wife wants to protect my daughter from the community that I'm over here looking to uplift. So when people say, man, you gotta respond to this, you gotta respond. When I become numb, people take it disrespectfully. Yo, brother, you gotta talk, you gotta, but y'all ain't said nothing. Y'all didn't have the same zeal when they brought my children into this. When people got caught lying, when people corrected things that were taken out of context, y'all didn't ask people to take the old videos down and put the love and the healing up. No, y'all don't get no update. All you care about is the negativity. And there's only so much a man can take. So either I remove myself from it, or you watch a man go crazy and throw away his life because he's at a breaking point because his family is constantly being targeted. And you Negroes bang on Black people more than you bang on white people that you claim to hate. Every excuse in the book.
True that.
You walk past the gang member. You walk past the drug dealer. You walk past the pimp. You walk past the man selling the alcohol. You walk past the pornography. You walk past the bankers and the landlords that falsely evict you. You walk past the police that have you falsely convicted. And you go home and you hit your computer and you reach out for the nearest Black teacher you can find. But you had to walk past the drug dealer, and you had to walk past the pedophile, you had to walk past the gangbanger that you say you hate, you had to walk past every damn criminal en route to go home for you to talk to me. And you justify everything you say against a teacher when you bypass every goddamn criminal in your community to reach your computer and press enter. And you feel vindicated because you attacked someone sharing information. Every excuse in the world. But you don't go after the drug dealer. You don't go after the gangbanger. And I don't mean to hurt these people. but you don't even got the fucking heart to tell them maybe what you're doing is wrong. You ain't gonna do no damn video on your local gangbanger. You ain't gonna do that. You see them with their bandanas, you see motherfuckers killing each other. You ain't gonna do a video and say his name is Jamal Smith. Yeah, I got the documents. I looked up his information. He was wilding out. He was locked up in prison this much years. It's time to bang on him, family. No, niggas is acting like they ain't got no criminals remotely close to them in their neighborhood that they need to bang on. No, they gangster. They bang on teachers.
Right.
You act like you don't see that man on the corner making your people into zombies, selling that shit to our people. You act like you don't see them on the corner. Every day you come home from work, every day you go to school, you act like you don't see them out there. You bypass them to attack another black man. You bypass that pimp to attack another black man. You bypass the adulterers to attack another black man, all in the name of the fact that he contends to have some truth. But you ain't got the fucking heart to talk to your own people in your own community. Better off making someone else the damn devil that you can't reach by hand. But you got a whole bunch of people that need healing in your community. And I ain't say hurt the drug dealer. I ain't say hurt the gangbanger. But I said, man, you got to give them some kind of proposition. But you G'd up. You fight in the name of whoever's teaching that you disagree with. When I tell people all the time, they say, man, Polite, where do you think all this drama come from? Everybody ain't wrong. I said, certainly not everybody isn't wrong. I'm wrong, because I go against Christians, I go against Muslims, I go against Jews, I go against Scientologists, I go against white supremacists. I got black nationalists mad at me for my different views and Pan-Africanists. So guess what? I got people from every damn group you can conceive mad at me. So if anyone finds anything negative about me, I am open season for all the groups. You don't think Muslims mad at me for the debate? You don't think Christians mad at me for shooting the Bible? You don't think Hebrews mad at me for running up on them on the streets? You don't think all these people angry with me? You don't think Scientologists don't got an APB out for my ass after that embarrassing video? That shit classic. You don't think they got something out for me after that? Come on, there's people in every community that have dedicated their lives in light of the fact that I put forth this information in creative fashion, whether you like it, whether you say I'm right, whether you say I'm wrong. Don't think for a second people from each one of these communities don't wait for the opportunity to strike me dead. If they can hear something negative, it's not just a local Christian that may say, man, I'm reposting this. It's not just the Hebrew that says, man, I'm reposting that. It's not just the Muslim, it's every damn body I debated their communities that are emotional and become biased and overwhelmed by my personality.
And a couple of new communities.
What's that?
A couple of new communities also.
And a couple new communities, man. So
The extraterrestrial community.
that's right. They the new ones on the list.
Hey, but how much of this comes with the territory, bro?
It all comes with the territory. So that's why I learned.
That's what I'm saying.
I gotta be mentally fortified. I gotta have the mental fortitude. So what people see to be, man, like you gotta respond a certain way. You gotta. Nah, what they don't understand is I have to maintain my voice. I gotta learn how to deal with adversity a certain way. So what they may see is, man, you ain't responding, you being rude to people, you being disrespectful. Again, if you have any issue with Brother Polite, please send your full name and your number to the email. Communication is key 45@gmail.com. Communication is key 45@gmail.com. I'm gonna say it over and over so you know that's what you gotta go to connect with me. However, I just want y'all to know, like, yo, you don't deal with the issues I deal with. You don't have several communities on your behind. If someone hear one thing negative, I got several people sitting in the links. Everyone, it's a celebration. We finally got them. And as every year, every month, people are like, I'm not stopping till I tear you down. Then a new one comes because that guy gets exhausted. I'm not stopping till I tear you down. Then a new one comes and that guy gets exhausted. And like you said yourself, Lex, when I did the Breakfast Club, you said something interesting to me. You said, yo, I ain't gonna lie. It felt like people was jealous or angry with your ass that you got some mainstream attention. Right or wrong?
Right. But you know what? I just want to say a few things, bro, that, you know what I'm saying? it true, but you created it.
No doubt.
I mean, you got to take accountability for that. I mean, you did shoot up the Bible, and you did want this life. And you know, when you
Hold on.
you know,
What shoot up the Bible got to do with anything we talking about?
Thank you.
it got something to do with he's talking about. Let me finish the
Explain.
statement. You might get what I'm saying. I got all these different sects of people that come against me. You know, the Christians are mad at me because I shot up the Bible. The Muslims are mad at me about the debate, such and such and such. So what I mean is, yeah, you knew what you was doing when you shot up the Bible. So you knew that people would get offended. And during the debates, you know what I'm saying, you're aware of what was going on. You're aware of the psychology. So I'm not trying to knock you. No, I'm just saying that when you want something, you know what I'm saying, and then you want success and you want all this type of stuff, then you got to know what comes with it.
Absolutely.
Sounds like to me, like you might be getting overwhelmed, you know what I'm saying, by
What?
you know what I'm saying,
Can I ask,
lifestyle.
can I ask
So
a
I mean,
question to you, brother? Can I ask a question?
you see these kind of
You
stories.
show your face when you ask the question, Mike.
Okay, I'm
A
outside.
couple of one last thing. So
Go ahead.
the attacks are not going to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean,
Let me get some of that.
you're being attacked by Satan itself because you're living a lavish, godless life.
Lavish God.
That's gonna come. I'm just saying that's gonna come. That's gonna continue to happen. Like you might as well get used to that lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like more money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hold on. Let me ask you a question though.
the fact that
real quick, man.
it's your, but it's important that I just last thing to my point.
Hold on. Right now, everyone, the Kumbaya moment is gone. I knew he was going to.
No, brother, this is not an attack. This is not an attack. This is real. I mean, I told you.
But you can't.
If you invite me on the show, I'm gonna tell you my real opinion.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is,
you got to stand in the line of fire to question it too.
Yeah, yo, Jew, I'm gonna let you get in. Let brother Lex finish.
Hold
it.
on.
All right.
So what I'm saying is, even when I listen to your discussion, you know, like there you attract from the reflection of your heart. So you're telling me that, listen, I know what type of person I am, do and how angry these things make you. And maybe if you wasn't living this life, maybe you would have did those things, hurt somebody, or maybe you would have did something crazy.
Absolutely.
But the real point of it all, that's the real condition of your heart that's being reflected to you. Experiences is something being reflected back to you. So that anger is still existing in their heart. That resentment for what people have said and done to you still exists in your heart. So that's still the true state. So that's being reflected back to you. So the fact that you have to do therapy, basically, you from being the crazy you is saying something about the condition of your heart. And then plus with the whatever lifestyle you live, all of that comes with it. You can't go to the mountaintop, more money, more problems. And then if you are still the same person, it's like, to me, like, I mean, are you the same person you was when you was just gang banging and doing everything? Because of that, then you shouldn't have those same feelings you have. You're the same person, you just got money.
I mean, it's obvious he's not the same person.
Transformation in heart. If
Okay.
you out of Hollywood and just throw you back in Brownsville, you the guns again and selling drugs and hurting your people again. The bottom line is, I think you need God in your life, brother.
No problem. Let me answer this. If they threw me back, if I wound up in Brown, I probably would be straight here. You know why? Because I understand I don't need to be in that scenario, in that situation. I love my people. But I'm gonna tell you, when I live under those conditions, I play by the rules. You feel me? So if you put me in a place that doesn't actually demand that I need the level of knowledge that I have now to operate, like, you don't really need a college degree by design to survive in the hood. I've been to Trenton, my man's in them is at. I've been to B-Mall. You gotta operate under a whole different system. It's just true. If you one of us, see, there's different tribes in the community. Let me explain this. There's the man and the woman who can eat out the garbage because life is hard. I'm never gonna eat out no fucking garbage. I'm just not built like that. I'm not. There's the man who could just find God in the hood despite the fact everybody dying in that motherfucker. And they can come to me and impress upon my mind how important God is, but they can't put no money in my pocket. I'm sorry. I won't be able to subscribe. That's just the world that I come in. Hopefully you save me. I consider your God. Same thing Red Cross does. They come down off an airplane or a helicopter. They give sandwiches to the people they probably responsible for bombing. But let's never talk about that conversation. Not now. When a person gives you a sandwich when your stomach and your back is touching, you're willing to listen to their God conversation. When you in the hood and the person's telling you about God and they themselves is also hurting, there's different mentalities in the community. I know I come from a bloodline of royalty. I don't have peasant genes. Some people have peasant genes. Some people have poverty genes. Some people have Levi genes. I don't give a fuck what it is. I know me personally. I got king genes. I can't stomach not living a better life because I'm not designed like that. And no matter how much people try to make that a bad thing, I'm not designed to live.
How is it a better life if you have no peace, though, brother?
Hold on.
You don't have any peace.
Hold on, brother.
Back in the hood, you stressed out. You in pain. People attacking your family. You're getting stranded on YouTube all day. Where's the peace?
Brother Vortex, open up a vortex for confusion. Let me speak.
No, bro, I'm just saying.
I understand your pain, bro, but let me explain something about the world. In my opinion, the people that's more materialistic in this world are the people that's against materialism. Because when you start talking about materials and people get upset, that means they're overwhelmed at the idea of materialism. Now, let me show you something. It's called an aversion. Sometimes you can have so much of a thought or a desire that you wind up having an aversion against it because your mind is filled with it. So you can have so much sex, you wind up having a sexual aversion. Because you want sex so badly, so much, you wind up not even wanting sex no more. So what I'm saying is, a lot of these people in the community, they have an aversion against material success because they thought about it so much and felt like they failed, and it pissed them off so much that they think about materialism so much that now they don't like it anymore. And what this is called is a spiritual bypass. What's a spiritual bypass? Well, when someone is stressed and they use sex as an outlet, sex becomes their vice. When someone is stressed and they drink alcohol, they use alcohol as a vice. But what happens if the vice is something positive? That's called a spiritual bypass. So some people have issues, but instead they clean when they have their issues, or they pray when they have issues, or they worship God when they have their issues. This is called a spiritual bypass in psychology. This is your escape from a pending issue that's still going unresolved. So just because you may do something positive doesn't necessarily mean that you don't need help. You may be doing something positive because you're escaping the stark reality that you have to compete in this world. So my therapy, because I know what my remedy is, I know what my cure is. My cure is a brand new car. That's my cure. And you may say, man, Polite, you, hold on. You may say, Polite, you a sick bastard. A brand new car made you happy? When them doors went like this, I was amazed. That's just how I feel. And it may sound ignorant, but guess what? I got rid of a lot of childhood trauma. And one day, when the doors opened up like a swan, I got rid of so many issues that right now, if I
don't think there's anything wrong.
Hold on.
Anything wrong with that, though.
Hold on. If I lost everything right now, I would be content. Because I've built so many relationships and opportunities, I shouldn't have to go back into the hood by force. Because my network is my net worth. I've been so positive and so good to so many people. Like any other body who hit the mountaintop and went down, those people normally come right back up. Look at Elon Musk. He had PayPal, sold his joint, damn near had no money. Now he's on top of the world with Tesla. and creating opportunities for concerts to take place on the motherfucking moon. What I'm telling you is this. People who lose, who went high, tend to get right back there again because it's in their blood too. And what I'm telling you is, it may be in your blood to serve at the level you at. And the level you at is a very high level. It has nothing to do with my level because we're in our own perspective worlds. In my world, I was designed to have. I cannot not have. I cannot be in a space to not give to my children or to my family. This doesn't mean I have to make a heaven at the expense of other people's heaven. But what I'm telling you is some people have poverty genes. Some people have peasant genes. I have king fucking genes. I am not designed to fucking struggle. So I came to terms with myself and realized if I have to eat out a garbage can, I wouldn't be able to do it. I sold drugs. I don't think selling drugs is good. I think it's a very horrible thing to do to your people. I think it deprives the future generation of this opportunity by being or playing a contributing role in the factors that impede on our ability to make functional, accurate, more precise, and divine decisions in our community. I don't support drug dealing, nor do I support prostitution. But I'm gonna tell you this. I respect the woman who shakes her ass on the pole more than the person who eats out that fucking garbage can.
Facts.
Now, I don't support it, but damn it, don't fucking quit. Use whatever information you got. If all you know how to do is shake your motherfucking ass until you figure out some information, shake your ass.
Hold up, bro. Did you say you respect the woman?
Lex.
Oh, I want him to ask that question real quick. Let him ask that question.
Yeah, let me ask this.
Respect the woman that shakes her ass on the pole more than the woman who eats out of God. Is that what I heard you say?
Hell yeah, that's what he said.
Absolutely.
That's a
hold up.
That's a technical
polite.
I mean, we're gonna go down a rabbit hole and talk about that,
y'all. See, polite, it's temptation, and I can't let you get away with that, bro. I mean, I'm not trying to come against you, but I just gotta respond to some of the things you said.
I don't mind.
All right, just
because
don't let you get away with the shit you said either.
Yeah, no more passionate.
All right, no
shit.
problem.
Some of the stuff you said too, bro.
I don't want to get away,
right.
But what I'm saying is, you said it into a thing like somebody was talking against being successful. You know, nobody in their right mind would ever talk against somebody having something, being successful. But I know you said that your therapy was when them butterfly doors open, it made you feel good, right? So
let's not be disrespectful. Swan doors.
When them swan doors open, you felt real good,
emancipated.
But here's the answer: different. I'm just saying, there's still something empty inside that you need the swan doors to feel good, because even when the crackhead goes and gets some crack, when they get that piece of crack, it feels good. It deadens the pain at the inside at the time. Here's my point. What I'm saying to you, I'm saying that I love the fact, hold on, brother, I love the fact that you're successful, and that's cool. But I sense something still trying to fulfill. So at what point are you fulfilled? Because if you're successful financially, then why are you still stressed out? Why are you still having these problems? Why do you still need the swan doors? Why do you still need the therapy? When are you going to be complete from the inside out, where the swan doors don't matter? With all of that. Now, not all the
all right.
Yo, please let me ask this brother a question, man. I want to ask this question.
Hold on, Mike. Hold on.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It seems to be something.
Hey, Lex.
Listen, that the swan doors make you feel good about yourself. But if you a king and you know you a king, you should be oozing that from the inside out, whether the swan doors are there or not.
Hey, brother. Let's not get religious about success. Now, let me ask you something.
Religion and nothing I just said.
Listen to me carefully. Okay, it's like Pringles, this Bible thing, right? Bet you can't just eat one. Watch this. How many times have you read the Bible? And when the hell will you stop reading that Bible? It looks like it appears you're still missing something, brother. It appears you're not fulfilled. It appears that you're empty inside. Why are you still reading the Bible? Once you read it once, it should be good enough. Once you pray once, God should be good enough. Why you keep praying? Why you keep reading the Bible? Why you keep connecting with the
I didn't even mention the Bible in what I just said to you, though. I don't know how to
Hey, it's a question. Are you no longer going to read the Bible again, born again Christian?
I'll read the Bible, yeah.
Are you no longer going to read the Bible?
Read the Bible, yeah.
Hey, are you no longer going to read the Bible again?
Nah, why would I? How's that equivalent to?
Okay, are you going to no longer pray to God again?
How's that equivalent to swan doors on a car?
But this,
Hey,
like, okay,
They both over your
and
head.
you said, well, evidently,
They both going over your head, homie.
Nah, bro.
what's the
Polite. I didn't want to get into.
Yo,
Polite. I
what's
know
the
I'll let
people
somebody else
coming
do
on
it.
that's not
this
negative
show.
though?
And
What's the point
this is
of
not an
keeping something
attack
that's
on
not
you.
negative?
No, I don't think it's an attack, brother. Don't feel like that.
But
I don't want you to think you're being attacked, and I don't feel like I'm being attacked. I love conversation. I don't want you to take it no other way. I'm having a good time here. This is chess. So now I'm gonna let somebody else participate. And then I'll come back in again. I know other people want to talk to you. Go ahead. Whoever want to go in.
Go ahead.
Okay, let me.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me just. It'll be really quick, brother. I wanted to point out that one of the sicknesses in our people is narcissism, and we just heard that. We just heard two minds from one brother. Brother came on with a forgiving, unifying attitude. But now we're at the point of him placing the same blame that he just admitted to back on his brother. I'm asking you, Lex, if you're saying that he created the environment for this, tell me if you did what you did and you said what you said and you did say it, what environment do you think that would create in a real father's mind? Because I'm a father and I kill for mine. But I'm just saying, what kind of cloud? No, that's a question for you. No,
we already had
that's
that
a
discussion.
question. No, brother, listen, don't cut me off. Don't cut me off. I'm speaking, brother. I'm speaking, brother.
The life that we already discussed.
Cut me off, please. Don't cut me off. Now,
Lex.
the point that I'm making is clearly our people have a mental psychosis that goes into a category that's as deep as the subatomic particle field. Many diagnoses, many manifestations of sickness. This brother
Man,
just
you're supposed
did
to be
that.
a man of God,
Man,
and you
you
just
are
sat here
sick.
watching
Jesus Christ would tell you. Jesus Christ
you a
would
hypocrite,
tell you,
man.
Jesus Christ would tell you, do
Let
not
man sit there and
point
his
your
therapy
nasty
swan
little
doors.
Come on,
fingers.
one at a time, man.
Yes, thank you, brother. Thank you. Don't. Yeah, let me finish my
Michael,
statement.
that was your
It'll be really
ass
quick.
disgrace.
It'll be really quick.
You're a chiss ass disgrace.
Let me finish my statement. It'll be really quickly.
Hold on, real quick. I got you. Let's let Michael finish up because he was quiet while you was talking, and then I'm gonna let you speak right back. I'm not gonna let no one else speak after, so you can get yours in. Because when both of y'all talk, we missed some of the message. So let Mike finish up, and then brother Lex Vortex, you'll have the right to respond back to him.
That's right.
Go ahead, Mike.
Now, again, you see in the manifestation of sickness and psychosis, this brother here is manifesting it. And I'm asking you plainly and clearly, brother, what you did created an environment for you to endure, and is parallel with what the Bible calls your lot, bro. When you sin to that degree, what does it cause? What does it cause? Even science says every action has an adverse or even opposite reaction. Brother, Christ lived the life that you hate me for. You see, Christ was crucified for having brothers and sisters that you would never accept. And I'm telling you, you're as sick as hell because Christ wouldn't accept you because you're a hypocrite. And that Bible and that man said, when you pointing out the mote in your brother's eye, look at the beam in yours. Where is your forgiveness? Where's your love? Where's your brotherhood? And where is your sanity, bro? This man is black, and you talked about his children, and you're sitting here acting as if you shouldn't get the comeback, like the apology should be enough. That's bullshit. And I wish one of you niggas ever play with my kids, because I'm going to show you what Brother Polite wouldn't. And I love you, but that's love too. Tough love. Wake the fuck up.
That's right.
All right.
So
Michael.
do what you got to do. Brother Polite still has the option to act on what I said or whatever. See, this is what I'm talking about. Brother, listen to this. Me and you are having a discussion, and you're talking about materialism, sat here and just went somewhere crazy to try to cause some type of
We went into your mind and your actions, your words. That's where I went.
Dude, you's a wicked dude. So let me tell you this. But since y'all want to tell you this, that's right. I believe in Jesus Christ. And if any of you demons want a problem, you can do whatever you got to do.
Jesus would be ashamed of you. Jesus would be ashamed of you, bro.
But listen, let me finish this. Polite, when I spoke to you on the phone and when we spoke in person,
Yes, sir.
I was sincere. And I said, you know what I'm saying? We talked about that. And when we got on this line and we just spoke about that situation, I didn't go off and tell people, Polite put $10,000 on my head. You know what I'm saying? And let's talk about it and bring us back there. So you just
did say it. This is the second time you said it.
Now listen,
you said that.
Polite.
This is
my problem with you, and I knew this was eventually. You sat here and let him do what he just did and knew what he was doing.
Hey,
but
brother,
you did it to him. But you did it to him. You see, psychosis.
Tell him to be quiet for a second. I was having a discussion, a personal discussion with you about your view on materialism. This man comes in here talking about, oh, you said something about a man's kids. You think something's not going to happen. Well, then why are we here? Why did me and you even talk or whatever? And then we know the situation. Why are we even having a conversation?
Why would you so hypocritically say what you said to him and act like you don't even remember?
On to Mr. Edwards no more, because that man is a
you don't, brother, because you're pouring out of yourself a psychosis that our people need to see.
This is why, Polite, you get the flack you get, because you're not even being a man right now and checking this dude. Because you talk about
Brother Lex. I've been listening for quite some time, and I'm gonna listen again, but please have respect.
Hold up.
Talk, brother.
All right. This is what I'm saying. You talk about the negativity that comes to you, how people need to have a higher intellect and thinking, and how you want to have mature conversations, and you seen what just took place and where the conversation just went from a devil that brought a whole nother element. I was not attacking you when we was having a conversation about you talking about the swan doors and all that type of stuff. I was just saying something else that's missing. I didn't even speak about the Bible or anything. I was just saying, bro, and then the comment you made about the girl on the pole, you honor her more than the person is eating out the garbage can. To me, that stuff I disagree with that. So I was just addressing that. In the same brotherhood that we came on the show with. Now, if you let this dude do that, then your whole show becomes hypocritical. That's not what we already discussed this. So that's just like if I bring you to, what if I bring you to, I ain't gonna say his name, somebody to make retribution. And then during that conversation, I bring up, you know what? Remember when you said this 2 years ago to this brother and you expect him to leave? What am I doing at that point in time? What am I doing? If I bring you to make retribution, then I bring up something that happened 2 years ago and then ask you to address it. What am I doing at that point in time, Polite?
This is the problem, brother. Please let me speak. I've allowed you to call me. I allowed you to address me as behaving less than a man. I've allowed you to call me and the rest of the people that's invited on this show demons, and I didn't even interject. Right.
I see you turning the wrong way. I just want to say peace, man. I wish you the best, bro. And I hope you keep succeeding.
Don't
have success. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like where it's turning. I don't like where it's going right now, man. Call me when the show's over, bro.
Black man. Hey, black man. I have said nothing in contention against you. I've allowed you to even say I put a hit out for you. I didn't even do none of that. Now you see, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah. I just want everyone to realize I didn't call nobody a demon. I didn't call no one a devil. I didn't say anyone was acting less than a man.
Sure didn't.
I sat here quiet. I sat here quietly and patiently. You know why? Because I just finished talking about how black men got to solve their problems. So guess what? If you it's not incumbent that I step in and tell Mike how to talk. First, I got to allow these brothers to have their own conversation. I was outside of it. So I'm not going to step in. I just asked the brother to stop cutting Mike off. That caused some of the damn contention in the first place.
Thank you.
Now Mike gets a chance to speak and you don't like what he says. Then what you need to do is tell your truth to show that Mike is wrong. You don't quit, because I'm going to ask Mike to respect him when he talks. And guess what? While he's shooting at me and everyone else on the platform, everybody else here is being quiet while he shoots at us. What more do you want? You attacking everybody, bro. We over here taking the shots. He said, all you demons. If y'all got a problem,
Hey, is he even still in the room? Did he leave?
It was a little bit of a contradiction because he was trying to point out that somebody's bringing up old stuff, but he was bringing up old stuff about your life.
Yeah.
So the point I was trying to make is there's a point to this stream that we doing tonight. We trying to come back together, resolve some issues, and then so like me personally, the stuff I was talking about earlier, I could go back to that and talk about the issue that we had. But if we already resolved it, let's move past that. Like, all right, that got resolved. I brought it up a little bit. I don't really need to bring it up again. What we need to continue to talk about on this stream and in general, like within our community, is like how do we resolve things and move forward? Like, so you should never, like, once you resolve something with your brother or whoever you have beef with, like, you should never like bring that stuff up. If it's resolved, it should be resolved. You should leave that in the past and then move forward, you know. But that's, I mean, he brought up some old stuff about,
Nah,
well,
but
what if you
I think for the videos he put out, I think it was necessary for him to be on public, putting out a public apology, sincere public apology.
That's right.
Christian and the Jesus stuff, but if you saying you got Jesus in your heart and you're a man of God and you know you did some wrong, millions of people seen that video, you can at least come on the live stream and apologize, man. You know what I'm saying? And then when he get on the hot seat, he slides out of the stream. Like, come on now, it was weak. That whole situation was weak. He knew I was about to get on him. And I was going to keep it respectful. But I was going to back him into a corner with the questions because, your whole conversation is a contradiction. Like, this is what y'all is about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and let's make sure that we keep it on that's what that man did, and that's not a whole representation of like all the Christians, because he don't represent everybody, because there's some people that do it better than what he was doing. It wasn't doing
right.
it wasn't done in the best way.
Christians, I don't got no problem with Christians personally. It's their book, it's their religion. Yeah, that's what my issue is. You know what I mean? I come from a long line of Christians and Muslims. I don't got no problem with the Christians or the Muslims.
You say you ain't got no problem with the Christians, you got a problem with their book?
Yeah. My mom is a Christian. I love my mom no matter what.
No doubt.
That book got to go. You know what I'm saying? That book gives people weird thinking. So, if you're a Christian brother, I ain't shooting at you. It's just the book.
I think I'm not a Christian, but I just think it depends on the individual, because there are some Christians that I vibe with, and then we all, when we have these conversations, it come out with respect. And there's other ones it's just based on the individual and their disposition. So you could be a Christian, you could be a Muslim, and then based on your own experience and disposition, you could be mad, disrespectful, and rude and shit. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what. So it's not necessarily about the religion. Like it comes down to the individual and what's their disposition, and what they're all about. You know what I'm saying? So, he just individual. He just didn't do it the correct way. That's what I would say. So.
And you know what? Just to add to that, the brother just said that, and I'm saying that I can even respect that, because I deal with this every day. Brothers that have a difference of opinion. When I'm preaching on the street, I can't be out here angry with you because you have a difference of opinion. The point is to show you that in practicality, to show you what you may not understand. And even anybody that knows the Bible, as has any training, I have problems with the Bible. I have problems with some of the things that have been inserted in it, but more so with the people that won't reflect what the true part of the Bible conveys. And this is where this brother's problem may lie in the root, with these fakers that won't walk like what's in that book.
That's a fact. And I want people got to realize, and I see somebody writing Mike who's wrong in the chat. Y'all, first of all, what you got to understand is the brother was constantly cut off. So that's going to create a whole different energy when a person doesn't allow you to speak, who's been given more time than everybody else to speak. You feel me? So he had that lymph to really propagate his message, evangelize. He was throwing all sorts of stuff in there. He made it his duty to put his message forth, and it was okay. Well, what y'all got to understand is, just because it's my platform, I don't have the right to say in my criteria for how I run things, I don't need to intercede amongst different men conversation. I don't feel like I have to be like, you know what, you stop talking, and I'm back here. Nah, I just asked two people to not speak at the same time. And keep in mind that Brother Mike had the stage to talk. That was being respectful. Now, if Mike says something he doesn't like, make sure you make a note of it to speak. Keep your composure as a black man. Keep it. Because he said things that I consider to be degrading or derogatory or misrepresentation.
Yeah, he called us demons.
Thank you, man.
We the whole turn around and start banging on him. We just kept it cool. Like, oh, when it's our time to speak, we might address it. We might not even address it.
That's right. And that's what a narcissist is, man. The definition of narcissism is that a person could step on your shoes and ask you to say you're sorry. But come on, you insult you the whole damn time and then come back and say you created this environment. For you succeeding, you created an environment for hate. That's a sickness. But what environment did he create?
If he got a problem with you, why he got to turn around? Polite putting 10 racks on my head. Polite putting 10 racks on my head. Yo, hold on.
Yeah.
Yo, see, like that means that you just wanted to cough that out at one point or the other. Before I leave there.
Second time in this conversation, he said that, bro.
He wanted to say that earlier, but he just kind of said it and then he took it away. Yeah, you know, and you even, you know, put something out there on me, but, you know, I ain't going to talk about it. So I said, man, just say on your mind, bro. Say something in your mind. You know, I'm not going to say that's the case. I'm just going to say I was very dedicated to trying to track him down. That's all that was. His interpretation of it. He's entitled to find out when, man, it was difficult. Like, we got to find some ways to do this shit. So, but I'm not there. Be positive. And guess what? I never did a video on him.
Never.
I don't intend to do no negative videos on the brother. I texted the brother and told him, man, come on, man. I'm disappointed, man. You got to get back on here and keep it real because I didn't come at you. I didn't curse him out. And all I did was disagree with him. And when I seen he was getting upset, I chose not to even try to talk over him because I didn't want him to think we was in that space. I chose not to even go there. And I'm not even there now, despite the demon talk, devil talk, 10 bands on my head and all this. Despite all of that, I don't feel no negativity because you know what? I didn't talk to him for him to come here and go in that direction. So I refuse to leave here talking like, oh man, I hate him again. Nah, man, I meant everything I said. I forgive him for the stuff that was said. Of course, I disagree with it and the logic that he used to even say it, but it doesn't matter. I'm moving on, and I'm not going to say I moved on an hour ago and come back later. You know what? It's back on. You know, 15 racks this time. I'm not going to do that shit. You know, not that the 10 racks was even true in the first place. So let's just, you know, let's show the love. I think it's great because we also got to see this part of the equation too. And it speaks to what I was talking about earlier. As black men, we just got to have the mental fortitude to endure the adversity that we're confronted with until we get an opportunity to create peace. So I'm looking for an opportunity to create peace. I won't be able to do it if I talk over him while I feel he's disrespecting me. What I got to do is exercise patience and say, man, he just called me less than a man because he had a problem with another brother. And he wanted me to cut that brother off that he'd been cutting off, to tell him he's right and that brother's wrong. I'm not your daddy. I'm not going to sit you two down. Listen, children, this is how you need to be. I'm not going to do that. That man had the floor to speak. And just like you had the floor to disrespect people, he has the floor if he's going against you. Let him talk and correct him when you get it. And what I'm going to do is make sure Brother Mike don't talk while you talk. Then when you get to say your piece, if it's too out of control, I'm going to say, brothers, let's make sure we don't leave here with that negativity. You both said your part, and let's see if we get on path. But you can't be telling people they can't speak what's on their mind and constantly cut them off. And then when they do speak, start wilding out. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't like what he was saying, but I just wasn't at a point of anger. I'm just like, you know, I don't like what he did. He just called everyone a demon. I'm like, nah, he ain't just any of you demons. I'm like, what did all of us do? We didn't even, that was him and Mike. Why everyone a demon because of Mike? Everyone was a demon. I'm like, man, he really joined that Christian club that does that. Because I know Christians that when they get upset with one person, everybody's damn demon. If they don't feel they're on their side.
That's right.
And then that demon calling, name calling, devil calling, I haven't been around that in quite some time. And it's about maturity. So even if we don't all agree with you, we're not necessarily demons. Maybe we just got a difference of opinion. We got to respect each other's opinion. If he felt like I was acting less than a man because I didn't interject to get you two to stop beefing, guess what? I accepted the fact that that's how he feels. It doesn't mean as a black man, now I got to find a way to add an extra 5,000 to the 10,000 I put on his head. Now, what I got to do is accept the fact that, you know what? He's disappointed in the fact that I didn't respond a certain way, and that's all I'm going to leave it on. I'm not going to make
Hey, yo, but
look, watch. I'm not going to let my ego come in.
Beefing,
I got hurt. Watch this, dude. Watch this, dude. But, dude, I'm only the dude who you said I murdered my daughter. And look how I'm treating you. You feel me? Like, come on,
exactly.
Bro. Like, why you acting like that? So for me, I'm like, murdered my daughter, call me a demon. Well, if I ain't tripping over the daughter thing, I ain't gonna trip over the demon thing. How about that?
See?
That's logic.
Bro, if the truth be told, you are living more of the Bible than these cats. You forgiving these guys for all of this shit, man. This is sickening that brother portrays that kind of sickness. And he can't see it.
Michael,
hey, Mike, let me tell you something.
Mike is a Hebrew Israelite, bro. But I rock with him because it's
logic. Nah, listen, that's what I was about to say. That's why he was so upset.
Yeah,
that's why he was so upset because when you got the floor, you was G-checking him. You feel me? You put him on the hot seat. You're like, wait a minute, this is my Bible brother right here. Ain't no way he's supposed to be G-checking me.
That's real shit, man.
That's why he was upset with
you. Let me say this: if we gonna come together, if more of us gonna cause we all ain't gonna come together. I don't know about that, but if more of us gonna come together, we gotta be more mature and just okay, whatever your position is, Hebrew, Israelite, Christian, Muslim, Jew, that's cool, but you gotta respect the other person.
That's right.
With the other religion that has a different perspective. You just gotta be mature enough to just understand. All right, he thinks that this is.
You gotta also. Yeah. Tolerate what you conceive to be disrespect. You gotta just be patient. You gotta be patient. You can't go off, start shooting your demon gun. All of you are demons. You can't be doing that. You gotta be like, and if you do start busting this gun, you gotta wear the armor of God. You gotta wear that joint when they start busting their gun.
And watch this, Polite. Watch this. There is no armor that covers your backside, your ass. When you haul ass, when reality sits down on you, there ain't no armor to cover your backside, Lex. You ran, bro, from the truth.
Yo, real talk. So this is all I'm telling the brother. Yo, he don't realize that the demonstration is taking place because everybody was quiet while he was going in. That shows you we are evolving as black men, and we're taking this to a whole nother level. That's what that tells you, and I'm proud. I'm proud of everybody here. Come on, man, is straight out the hood.
Yeah, I wanted to get him.
Lawrence is
I wanted to get him.
And just because of his youth, he can be impatient just because of his youth. You know,
hey man, we the same age, dude.
Yeah, bro, but yo, that's young. You're young, bro. I'm telling you. Yo, listen. People your age in those situations come with a bunch of mother effers, B words. When I catch your bitch ass, and they can be punks, it don't matter, but they just come with all of that shit.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a lot of people that's impatient. So
they come with that being said, peace, with they mother effer, they come with all of that. So I'm just saying, you're professional, and at your age to deal with that type of stuff or deal with our situation, it shows a lot of maturity for your age. Yeah, we can be the same age, but people our age are still like 16, brother. You know what I'm saying? People our age are 16. I'm telling you, they 15 years old in the mind. This is why in law, being the minority means being one who's an adult in an adolescent state of mind. This is the reason why they came up with the term minority, because you got adults who really didn't grow yet. They're still in their adolescence. But having said that, I want you guys to go over here to, we're gonna create this thing called, let's see. Pardon me.
Yo, what's up with NQ?
Yo, the other thing about what just transpired is a lot of people do projecting sometimes. So they accuse other people of doing something that they're doing. And we just seen that. Like if you play back the tape, he was like, oh no, you bringing up old stuff, but that's what he just did. You saying like you insulting people, but that's what you just did. You know what I'm saying? So like all of us on the panel were just sitting here like, oh, okay, we demons. All right, that's, you know what I mean? But like most people that be throwing shots be doing the shit that they be throwing shots about. You know what I mean? So like it's all on us to check ourselves. Cause I mean, I figured that out. I had to check myself. Like, you know, when I learned to stop doing that, you know what I'm saying? Always accusing people of stuff that I do myself. That's just because you haven't resolved that issue within yourself. So you see it everywhere and you think it's an issue out there when it's really an issue internally. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just more of us have to understand what projection is when we accuse other people of stuff that we do all the time or we're doing presently and we're unaware of it.
I agree. That was very interesting stuff.
Man, very interesting.
That was extremely interesting.
Hey, Light, why NQ so quiet? What's going on over there?
No, he up the side, maybe suspect.
Nah, I was chasing the kids around and I think I missed the main part. So I was trying to play catch up and see what happened. Because when I left, it was like kind of cool. And when I came back on, I see
yeah. The nigga was trying to conduct the exorcism because we was all demons. Yeah, the nigga. Tongue started waving. Going in. He thought we were the demons. We was looking at him like, son, you wild. We ain't even on that level. We chilling. Like I said, I still got love for the brother. Like
he was trying to get his debate on early in the combo. You know, he couldn't resist it. He on the video with you live. You know what I'm saying? So he had to get it.
I said like this, bro. He said, look, I told him when I got that car, that's part of my therapy. He was telling me about therapy and everything. I'm like, look, every time them doors open up, I just feel good.
I heard that, the swan doors.
Yeah, I told him I felt emancipated. I'm like, you know, this is something transpiring within myself. So because it's material, he's like, man, that tell you something ain't right. If you still need to use those doors, then that means there's something, you're empty inside. There's a void inside. There's something missing if you got to use those doors every time to feel better. So then when I get a chance to speak, I waited for him. I said, are you still praying? Are you still reading your Bible day to day? Are you going to stop reading your Bible? So he don't want to answer the question. This is the first problem. He don't want to answer the question. And the reason I'm asking him this, I go on to say is, if you read the Bible once or you prayed once, that should be enough.
He probably knew you was going to trap him if he answered your questions.
Yeah, he knows. I said, the fact that you still got to read the Bible every day, when he finally admitted, I'm like, is there something missing inside of you? Is there that's missing? Is it because every time you open up that book, if it's not enough, something might be missing?
He's seen that angle of questioning before. He knows what that looks like. That's like LeBron taking 2 steps coming down the lane. Like we know what that looks like, baby.
Yo, all hell broke loose after that.
Oh man.
All hell broke loose, brother.
Yo, I told him those swan doors and those questions was clean over his head. He couldn't answer the questions and the doors was just fucking his head up, man. He ain't know what was going on.
I mean, you know, I definitely heard the swan doors. I don't agree. I don't disagree that can be therapy. That can be therapeutic. You know what I'm saying? Like you need that. It don't got to be every time, but hey, damn it, I'm gonna need a couple of swan doors to raise up.
You know how we felt when we was hanging out.
Right, I'm gonna need a few doors to ride. You know, I'm gonna need that to happen every so often.
Hey, we was in traffic like this, and everybody's like, "What the fuck are they coming out of a spaceship?" We in traffic, and just looking at these white folks' face. I'm like, man, nigga, we made it. Fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they like this. I thought those windows were tinted, but there was black people on the other side of those windows.
Yo, not knowing how to operate that motherfucker was the best part.
Yo, we on Google trying to learn how to use the fucking car.
That shit looked crazy.
How to charge the car. We
That
don't
shit
even
looked really. That shit looked really was crazy. Like a fully electronic dashboard with all that shit was nuts. That shit is wild.
And it's so crazy when you drive fast. There's a sound system to emulate a car sound because it's quiet on the outside when you're driving. So on the inside, when you hear that engine, there ain't no goddamn engine. It's a sound effect just so you can get the adrenaline. This shit ain't no game. I'm just like, man, having a good time. Having a good time. I want you guys to go over to Sports Conscious. Hold on, I'm gonna show you this. Go to Sports Conscious because we're about to talk about the NBA Finals basketball. We're gonna, keep it moving. Be sure to subscribe to this channel as well at Sports Conscious.
Hey, go Cavs. Go Cavs. I just want to let everybody know from Ohio. Go Cavs.
No doubt, no doubt.
I could dig it. I could dig it. The Jersey boys.
That was a shameless plug, but we with it.
Hey, Kyrie,
take a look at this.
Jersey.
Sports.
That's
here
right.
we go now.
Kyrie is from Jersey because he used to play out in Philly and shit.
Yeah, JR from Jersey too.
Hey, look, man. Hey, yo, Jew, we need you on here. We need you on here to talk that basketball. Let me see if we get a good debate in it on some basketball stuff. Just switch the vibe. So I'll send you the link. Anybody who want to build on the sports aspect of things, we want to talk about if LeBron gave up that last game in the Golden State sweep. Golden State swept them, correct?
Hey, yo.
Yeah.
Hey,
I mean, we got a lot to talk about.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo. You know the odds 2 hours before the game got changed crazy in Vegas, yo.
Yeah.
When Isaiah wasn't playing.
Wait, Jude, come on the other channel.
Huh?
Yeah. Let me see you, Jude.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to get it in. Thank everybody for showing up. Go to ironbrotherpolite.com. Thank you for showing your love and your support. Follow us on Sports Conscious. We're about to go over there right now. Talk about sports and get out of all of this other stuff. Follow us on Sports Conscious. Sports Conscious. We're going to bring a conscious approach to sports. Follow us over there. We're going to have a good time. We're going over there right now. I'm signing off here. Follow us on Sports Conscious. We're going to keep the conversation going. We're going to have a lot of fun. Thank you, Brother Lawrence.
Peace. And
let's thank the young brother. What is about 22?
Yeah. I mean, I get that all the time. I be walking around DC with a book bag. They be thinking I'm a college boy or something. So that's cool. Black don't crack. I'm cool with that.
Say, yo, polite, man.
Like, man, we the same age. I think you like 83 or 84. It's one or the other. Like, we the same age, dude. Yeah, 80s baby. Hey, but I gotta go to work in the morning, so I'm about to peace out and go to sleep.
Funny, man.
All right. But y'all have a good night. It was good. It was good rapping with everybody.
We gonna stay in touch, man. You got my number, my brother. Let's keep it going, bro.
Yeah.
Great show, man.
All right. Go Cavs. Peace out.
Else, don't forget, communication is key. 45@gmail.com. If you have any inquiries or issues about anything, please email us. We want to make sure that we can connect with you. Right now, go to Sports Conscious on YouTube. We're about to chop it up. Peace.